crime on the rise across the United States of America, it's time to consider protecting your family with a home security system from Vivint. Smartphone-controlled monitoring, cameras, and lighting options are all available at your fingertips with Vivint. Call the Vivint Home Security Hotline today at 866-307-8417. Home security from Vivint, 866-307-8417. 866-307-8417. In today's dangerous world, a home security system gives your family some peace of mind. Don't delay. Call today. Vivint Home Security, 866-307-8417. Call today. And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Cwtap TV live on location this evening from Detzi'S Tavern in beautiful Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. We'll be with you for the next 2 hours or so as we kick off Rivalry Week between Bangor and Penn Argyl. I'm your host for the evening, Alex Fidryshevsky. Matt Baker joining us, as well as Colin Gregory, and, of course, the CEO, my father, Andrew Fidryshevsky, joining us this evening as well. We're going to have a couple hours here where we're going to hang out and talk a little bit of high school football, and Colin will recap the Easton Book Festival. We were out also at Albertus for their fall festival. All kinds of great content coming to Cwtap TV over the course of the next couple of days. But again, we're at beautiful Detzi'S Tavern. It's a chilly night up here in the Slate Belt, but still beautiful nonetheless. We're going to be waiting on the football players from Bangor and Penn Argyl. They'll be coming in this evening to kick off their Rivalry Week festivities. There will be a wing-eating contest here. We'll have it on Cwtap. We're going to be here a couple of times this week. We will be back also on Thursday evening for Polka Night here at Detzi'S. That's right, folks. Come on down Thursday night to Detzi'S. It's Polka Night. Robbie Lawrence and the Steelworkers Polka Band will be here from 6 until 9 p.m., so you can come on down to Detzi'S, join us for the Polka Fun. That'll all be inside. We're going to be out here tonight on the beautiful deck, which I tell you, folks, again, it's getting into winter. They're going to be shutting the deck down soon. They have some heaters out here. Matt Baker joining us right now. But if you're ever up this way in the Slate Belt during the spring, the summer, the early fall, not cold like we are right now, hanging out outside on the deck at Detzi'S is a great place to kick back, bring the family. It's a great atmosphere up here. Matt, how you doing?
I'm warm now.
Well, you have food and
you know, the French onion soup was excellent. My turkey club was very good. I mean, you wolfed down your salad and burger.
I was trying to beat the clock like the football players are doing later.
I think you succeeded.
We had about 8 minutes to eat before we hit 6 o'clock, but
you were able to do it. I got out in 5 extra minutes. That soup was a little hot.
You know, we're excited to be here at Detzi'S this week. I just said that, getting us started off, it's Rivalry Week, the last week of the high school football regular season, and 2 local rivals right here where our office is located. Obviously, it's in Bangor. We get Bangor and Penn Argyl on our air, and we're excited to be a part of the community.
No, definitely excited to be a part of the community. Great up here in the Wind Gap, Penn Argyl, Bangor area. You know, in a rivalry. You know, we always talk about East and Peterborough with their rivalry. They have one here in the Slate Belt. These two teams will go at it, and you would think that 9 times out of 10, whoever's got the better team usually wins. Now, we saw last year, not the case.
Certainly not the case. Bangor walked up the hill to Penn Argyl and got the job done.
Yeah, so and now this year, if Bangor wants to make the playoffs, even though it's going to be one win, it's a big win.
It could be the most important win in the last couple of years of Bangor football.
Right.
Right? And I think when you get to Rivalry Week, like you said, you throw the record out the window.
Yes, you have to.
You know, you're going to get through the first half on emotion. It's what happens at halftime and into the second half that's going to determine for them what happens with the rest of their season.
Yep,
and now
I completely agree.
We're going to go through some of the scenarios tonight as well.
And there's a lot.
If you were a mathematics major in college, you're going to love tonight's show because let's face it, it's a lot. There's a lot that could go right or wrong for a lot of teams in our area. Again, the reason we're here tonight at Detzi'S is to kick off the rivalry week with a wing eating contest.
Which we will not be partaking in, especially since we just had dinner.
Oh, if Shiloh asked us to partake in this, I would have walked away. I would have run away. I might have commandeered a motorcycle away. Whatever thing had wheels, maybe even a horse.
Unfortunately, Jason can't be here tonight.
That would have been Bob under the bus?
Yes, because you know what? I've watched Jason eat. He might have put some of these kids to shame.
I think he would have beat both teams by himself. Yeah, Jason loves a good wing.
I mean, I love a good wing too, but I don't know about in a contest.
I don't think I could do it in a contest.
It's a lot.
I mean, and we have specific rules from Shiloh about like what has to happen with the kids. Like if you start to not feel well,
stop. You're done.
You're done. Like, we're not going down that route here tonight. But listen, this is going to be a fun evening. We're excited to have the players, the coaches down here from Bangor and Penn Argyl. We said we'll be back here on Thursday with the Steelworkers for Polka Night.
Nice.
And then our pregame festivities on Friday. Trying to figure that out with Shiloh right now. Maybe we'll do a lunch broadcast from here. And then we're going to be set up at the stadium early. And, yeah, we'll be on the air by 6. And get everybody ready for the big rivalry week. And it's not just Bangor, Penn Argyl this week, right? You have Liberty Freedom. You have Allen Deer. There's so many games across the viewing area.
You have East Stroudsburg South, East Stroudsburg North.
With playoff implications.
Yes, there's a lot of playoff implications this week with a
East.
lot of rivalry.
Yeah, Pocono Mountain East, Pocono Mountain West. Playoff implications.
Yes.
So
Emmaus Parkland.
Playoff implications, right? I mean,
just keep going.
Poor folks at home are now like, if he says playoff implications one more time, we're putting on some other channel.
And after this, the Red Green Show.
That's right, coming up at 8 o'clock, the Red Green Show here on CWTAP. Great leading.
Hey, no problem.
This is why you get the big bucks.
Wait, I thought that was the CEO.
Yeah. We're not sure where they are at right now. They're somewhere.
I think he's enjoying his meatloaf.
Yeah. He got meatloaf. Colin got
He got the special tonight, so yeah.
Meatloaf looked good. It was very hearty.
Yes, he said it's very good.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the playoffs. And let's jump into it. I found District 2, by the way.
Good. You'll have to send me that link so I can follow up on that at another time.
We're going to want to follow that on Friday. But let's start down here in the Lehigh Valley. Then we'll kick it on up and talk a little bit about District 2. Let's start with the big boys.
Might as well.
Easton, 9-0, the number 1 seed. Win, and it locks it up. Lose, the door opens for Parkland.
It does. However, there are so many different scenarios, and I think I saw earlier that pretty much 60-70% of those scenarios put Easton at number 1.
Yeah,
even with a loss.
Well, I think the kind of the albatross around Parkland's neck, when you look at it, it's not the performances and the body of work. It's the winning percentage of some of their opponents.
Yes.
And there's 2 games they can't get out of every year. And no offense to Allen and Deerov, but they can't get out of Allen and Deerov. And then with Pleasant Valley and then George Washington, they didn't do themselves any favors going into the playoffs.
Correct. No, I definitely agree with you there. So it's just going to have to see what happens. As we all know, Nazareth is essentially locked in at the 3, win or lose. So
Liberty and Freedom are playing for home field. Oh wait, never mind.
They're
playing for whose fans get to sit on the press box side of the stadium.
Yes, unfortunately, that's what they're playing for at this point. But it still matters, though. Do you want to call heads or tails first, or do you want your opponent to call it? There's still little things that could factor in.
Battle of Bethlehem, you want to win it, and the fact that
Battle of Bethlehem back-to-back weeks.
Well, that's it. Here's the storyline of the first round of the playoffs, right? It's that we're going to get Liberty Freedom. More than likely, the way this is all going to shake out, we're going to get Liberty versus Freedom on a Saturday afternoon, and we're going to get it on a Friday night. Like, twice in 6 days.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ask for better. And if you are the coaches, and the players and the bands and the cheerleaders and the people in Bethlehem.
It's going to be a crazy week.
You should be so excited about this right now. I mean, when is the last time you had Liberty and Freedom play each other twice in a season, much less back-to-back, right? It's happened twice in a season before where they've met in the playoffs, like 2008 when Liberty won states.
Yes.
End of season, huge crowd at Banco. It was like, I think they said it was like 14,000 or something. And then they played again on a Saturday afternoon in the district final that year, I believe it was. And it was an even bigger crowd because there was just that much on the line. But now you're going to do it at week 10 playoff week 1. That is, like, that's a story in and of itself for me.
I think as a writer, you'd probably run out of things to talk about because you're talking about it leading in, and then you got to talk about it again as you go into the next week.
So you lead in with what's going on right now. This is what I would do. And then for the next week, you start talking about all the occurrences that you know of that this has happened before. Like, when have they met in the playoffs previously?
Yep, I see where you're going.
Who were some of the key players? Speaking of key players, did you see the news last night at about 7 o'clock?
No, I did not.
Out of Bethlehem. Liberty wide receiver Jake Puxon committed to Lehigh.
Wow.
So
staying home.
Puxon is off the board. He will be staying in Bethlehem for college, and he will be going to play for Lehigh. Great get for the Mountain Hawks.
Yeah,
I was going to say the Engineers.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong there. They were once the Engineers.
And there's still a lot of Engineers there.
Yes.
But, yes, that's a great get for Liberty. I think there were a lot of folks out there that were questioning, was Lafayette going to get involved? I think if you look at Laf's wide receiver core, there's a lot of young talent. And there's
a lot of depth at Lafayette.
Right, and it's like, was that offer – it's not that maybe he wasn't good enough or anything. Because, listen, Lehigh Laf, this is good football. Did Trox just not have a place, right?
Right.
For him.
You're going to be here on my depth chart, whereas maybe with Lehigh, hey, we're going to get you in first year right away.
And I think you look at a player at Lafayette who took the offer last year, wide receiver, was Skirbo from Phillipsburg, who's now, somersaulting over defenders to catch touchdown passes.
He's got a touchdown in the last 3 weeks straight.
I think he was a steal that fell into their lap.
Oh, yes.
For football, I think the transfer craze right now is what allowed a player like Skirbo, and before that it was Keener and Kenny just falling into their lap. These are guys who could have played probably at a higher level. But personally, listen, when Lafayette or Lehigh, Bucknell come with the academics,
yes,
very hard to say no.
Yes.
And I think congratulations as well to Puxon. That is a great spot for him. They're having a good year.
Yep.
So I think there's something brewing there as well with Lehigh, that as Trox builds Lafayette, Lehigh starts to get ramped up again as well. I think this is going to be a great rivalry over the course of the next few years, and both teams are starting to point themselves a little more regionally for players.
Yeah, no, it's great for the Valley. You're getting a lot more players from the Valley staying home because they're getting the looks now. Whereas before they weren't necessarily getting those looks when you had a coach from outside the area who comes in and is like, I'm going to go recruit down Texas and Florida because that's where I know the best players are. There's good kids right here.
And I think this is something that can apply to a lot of college sports. I think it's a broad brush I'm going to paint here. There's pride. There is a pride factor involved when your hometown school comes to the table.
Yes.
And I think for me, it doesn't matter the level, right? You could be in Lock Haven. If you're playing at Central Mountain or you're at Bellefonte or something, and Lock Haven football says, we want you home, it means a little bit more because it's in your backyard, and maybe you grew up going to their games, or maybe a kid from the Poconos gets East Stroudsburg.
Right.
And the level can vary. And obviously everyone's like, oh, Penn State's your home school, Pitt's your home school. If you're a Philly kid, you want that. Well, there was a time where you wanted the Temple offer. I don't know if that's still desirable, but
I mean, it still might be.
I think it still might be. If you're a kid,
you're still talking D1.
It's D1. It's your hometown. Nova, same thing. You look at basketball, all these different sports. But I think in the Lehigh Valley, our core hometown viewing area, if Lehigh or Loft come to the table for you, that has to mean something that's a little bit more because it's home.
Yes, correct.
And I know we're in a craze now where kids love to go away for school and maybe never come back, or they'll go live away for 20 years and then, when they're 35, they're back in their hometown. But
you got a little
Shiloh
attack
with the balloons.
you got a little attack going on there. Trying to give you a little head
They
rest
have
now.
us on television inside.
Hey,
as
they
well.
do.
Hey, they do.
That's
Look,
great.
They have us on TV. This is great. But yeah, it has to. We just to put a bow on that. I think it has to still be special to get your hometown school to offer you. And I think depending on where you are in the country, it might mean more than some other areas. If you're in New York City, it's a little more transient area. Maybe you didn't really grow up there, or you're in or out. People are in and out in 20 years. Does the St. John's basketball offer mean what it meant when Carnesecca offered it in 1970? Maybe not.
Right.
But here, football, Lehigh Loft, important.
Yes. Nope. Definitely agree with it.
I mean, especially when last year when Lehigh won, the kids ripped the goalpost down.
Oh, yeah.
And threw it into the river.
Yeah, threw it in the river.
Did they ever fish that thing out? Or is it
Of course they did.
I was going to say, is it still sitting at the bottom of the...
No, they fished it out and had to install new uprights. So, yeah.
It should be in the National Museum of Industrial History on the south side. This piece of PVC piping will forever stand and just leave the algae on it.
Yeah, right. But and then continuing there with the 6A, you still got Northampton at 6, Stroudsburg 7, Emmaus 8. Emmaus can jump all the way to 6 with a win.
Yeah, I mean that would be a big point gain over Parkland.
Yeah.
And then you're also with Emmaus, some of these other schools, you're talking about what does everyone else do in Week 10, also factoring in Allen and Deerhoff, which is the tough part for the Lehigh County schools when it comes to seeding, because you have Allen and Deerhoff. Now, last year, Deerhoff got to 5, I believe.
Correct.
And this year, Allen came closer than Deerhoff did. I think Allen will continue into the postseason. They're going to kick themselves because they know that there's one they gave away.
Yep.
That East Stroudsburg South game was one I think they knew they needed. But nonetheless, 3 wins. They could get to 4. It's nice to see that last year was Deerhoff, this year it's Allen. The Allentown public schools are starting to get some momentum.
Yeah, no, and especially with being able to play 3 games out of the league, it's beneficial because you can go schedule 3 equal opponents now.
Yeah.
Granted, Allen scheduled Dobbins at the beginning of the year, but they forfeited. Well, it hurts, but at the same time, it's still going to help you in the win column with getting the program back.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's going to take for them, and we've talked about, and I think this is something we should talk about as the program goes on. We'll dig into it a little more about creative scheduling as the Colonial League goes back to just being
Colonial,
and the Schuylkill League goes back to being just in the Schuylkill. How do you get schools like Wilson, Shenandoah off the schneid and kind of get the momentum, the interest in the program in the school back?
I mean, maybe you go play an Allen or Deerhoff.
I think that
those would be competitive, I think.
Well, and that's what I think it was good what Allen did. And, Deerhoff's done it a little bit. Go down to Philadelphia. You can find schools in similar socioeconomic situations to what they face in Allentown, right? Reading, Lancaster, right? And it puts you in with programs. Now, you're Allen. You're not going to go play, say, Imhotep.
No,
right? But you can find competition in Philadelphia where you have 28 kids. There's going to be public schools in Philadelphia that have 25 kids.
Or, you take the trip to the western side of the state and you can go play Brashear.
You can play a Pittsburgh City League school. Yeah, who's going to be in a similar...
Or you work out an agreement to maybe meet in Harrisburg or something and play...
Have a showcase.
Yeah, just play in the middle.
Yeah. Cumberland Valley's a great spot, and the state championships are there.
Yeah. Maybe that's something that even PIAA should think about. Hey, if you guys want to play something in between, if it's a further distance, you guys come 3 hours, and you play here.
Yeah, I think also worth noting, speaking of PIAA, big news last week was the retirement of Dr. Bob Lombardi.
Yes.
Who served 37 years with the PIAA, the last 12. He was the director. And I said this when I was on PFN's show. I think he brought about a lot of positive changes.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that, yeah.
He added some sports. I think girls flag football is a sleeping giant
Oh, yeah.
in Pennsylvania, and I think that the interest in that is only going to grow. They started it in Jersey like 2 years ago, and it's really taken off. There's a lot of interest, and I think that it's going to be good for the state of Pennsylvania that they've got that.
Girls wrestling.
Girls wrestling was another sport that came under Bob Lombardi. I think he did a great job, especially for the young women in Pennsylvania, to add more competitive sport for them. And I think that the next director will have some serious shoes to fill. I know that I forget the name of the person that's taken over is already involved at the PIAA level. But again, Bob's leaving a good legacy behind. And I know that, there's folks who are watching that are football guys, like PFM people. You know that I've had my disagreements with Bob over the years, especially when it comes to like the transfer rule, where I grew up in the Wild West. and Pennsylvania is not as much the Wild West outside of Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia's response to when the PIAA is like, well, you can't do this. Philadelphia's like, don't tell us what to do. Like District 1, District 12, they're like, thank you very much, but we will do our own thing, and you go administer the rest of the state. We'll see you in the playoffs. But, I think even with that, over the last couple of years, Bob kind of guided the PIAA into this consistent, this is going to be our unwritten protocol of eligible, not eligible. And I commend him for that, too, because I think it was a little too far extreme to the not eligible side, where now he's brought it a step in. I think there's another step to go.
Right.
But that's me. You may disagree with me, but I'm like, I look at what West Virginia did, what New Jersey did, what other states have done, and I'm like, okay, like one free move. Like, I'll give it.
Yeah. And the other thing I noticed, too, this week was there's been talks, too, about bringing the classes back down to 4A. They're only being 4 instead of 6.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it should happen. I think, as you can see, especially with District 11, you only have 4 teams in 5A.
Yeah.
Whereas if you bring it back down, I mean, is 4 a little drastic? Bring it all the way back down? Maybe. Maybe you go to 5 and reconfigure where the cutoff is for each class. I definitely think there's some things that need to happen. And as we talked about last week, too, is redistricting the state.
Right. We talked about 2, 11, maybe even a little bit of 4. How do you bring them back in? Do you look at other geographical things, and it's not just straight up county lines anymore?
Right.
Right. Do we look at a school like Quakertown, Penridge? Would they be better off in 11? Would Brandywine Heights, who's literally 1 mile over the line in the Berks County, would they be a better fit in the Colonial League, or are they better off playing Kutztown, Hamburg?
Well, and then you can, like you just said, you can go to another step forward. Fleetwood, Hamburg, Kutztown, maybe all those should be playing Schuylkill County.
I think demographically, school enrollment-wise, it would probably be a competitive fit to have them in the Schuylkill League. Yeah, I mean, that's a good shout. And I think those are the questions that need to be answered at the state level now.
Right.
And that's above our pay grade. That's for Steve Panzer, the District 11 chairman, and the folks out of the WPIAL and Karen Arnold in the city of Pittsburgh. Like, that's their job to figure out.
Yep.
But from a media perspective, from a fan perspective, I personally would have no problem with going to maybe not 4, but 5.
I think 5 would be the lot. You bumped it up to 6, and now you're kind of seeing that maybe 6 was a little too much.
Yeah.
Maybe it should have went to 5, and then if it didn't work at 5, bump to 6.
And I think what the result was, it watered down a lot of competition, and certain districts. There are certain portions of the state that have no 4, 5, and 6A schools. Then there are other portions of the state now that they've gone to 6 that have no, like, 1, A and double A.
Right, yeah.
I mean, you look at District 1 for football, there's 1 school. District 12 has 1 school. The Philadelphia City League has 1 school in Class A. And there's a lot of schools in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Versus on the other side, there are other districts like 4, which has 1 6A school, Just Williamsport. So I think it's worth discussing how that looks. Like, do you keep 1, 2, and 3 the same, and then you start mixing it in?
Like you said, it's something for PIAA to figure out if it's even a logical choice to be made.
Let's quickly go through 5A, and then we'll take a break, and we'll come back and finish out District 11. 4 teams. Everyone's in.
Hey, everyone gets to be in. We still don't know who's going to be home team for that 2-3 game.
And I think that's great because Rivalry Week will determine that between Pocono Mountain East, Pocono Mountain West. And then Pleasant Valley has – do they play Stroudsburg? Yes, they play Stroudsburg. So there's a lot on the line for both Stroudsburg and Pleasant Valley. As far as that home game is concerned, and for Stroudsburg, seeding in the playoffs. If they can bump themselves up to 6, they're avoiding Parkland. And not that Nazareth is a walk in the park.
Yeah.
But, a lot to play for. But Whitehall is the heavy favorite in 5A.
Yeah, no, definitely the heavy favorite. But I don't count Pocono Mountain East out.
No, I think they're pretty good. When we get back, we'll keep rolling here through the District 11 playoff scenarios, and then we're really going to dig into that on Friday. It's CWTAP. We are live at Detzi'S Tavern in Wind Gap, to kick off Rivalry Week between Bangor and Penargil. We'll be back. For over 60 years, Detzi'S Tavern in Wind Gap has been a go-to locale for football fans in the Slate Belt food scene. With a variety of appetizers, salads, burgers, and entrees, Detzi'S provides a down-home atmosphere, a friendly space to meet and mingle, and a full bar to watch the big games. Don't forget about wing nights on Wednesday, taco Thursday, and their weekly specials. Detzi'S is open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 and can be found at 570 North Lehigh Avenue in Wind Gap. Stop by Detzi'S today and sample the food, drink, and friendship firsthand. That's Detzi'S Tavern, 570 North Lehigh Avenue in Wind Gap. Azar Supermarket, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem. Locally owned and operated by George Azar. Stop by today and pick from the freshest produce, much of it grown right here at home in Pennsylvania. Peruse the meat counter for the finest cuts of chicken, beef, lamb, and halal products. Take a step to your right. It's a selection of olives and mezza and cheese and more. Azar's features a full lineup of products imported from the Mediterranean, including Lebanese olive oil and hard-to-find spices and herbs. Shop Azar's, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem for great value. Superior Hardware, located at 400 South 3rd Street in Bangor, is your go-to source for home improvement supplies in the Slate Belt. With a variety of tools, screws, bolts, and more, Superior Hardware is the place to shop for your hardware needs. Superior Hardware offers a full line of Milwaukee tools, the highest quality power tools available. In addition to their in-store offerings, Superior Hardware ships nationwide via their website, www.superiorhardwarebangor.com. So you don't even have to live in the Slate Belt or drive to Bangor to sample all that Superior Hardware has to offer. Superior Hardware is open Monday to Friday from 7 till 5, Saturday from 7:30 to 4, and Sunday from 9 to 2. Call them at 610-588-3205 or stop by their location at 400 South 1st Street in Bangor to jumpstart your home improvement projects today. That's Superior Hardware, 400 South 1st Street in Bangor. With crime on the rise across the United States of America, it's time to consider protecting your family with a home security system from Vivint. Smartphone-controlled monitoring, cameras, and lighting options are all available at your fingertips with Vivint. Call the Vivint Home Security Hotline today at 866-307-8417. Home security from Vivint, 866-307-8417. 866-307-8417. In today's dangerous world, a home security system gives your family some peace of mind. Don't delay. Call today. Vivint Home Security, 866 307-8417. Call today. All right. And we're back here at Detzi'S Tavern in Wind Gap for Rivalry Week between Bangor and Penn Argyl. Penn Argyl's coaching staff starting to come in. We'll try to grab them once we get down to the AA portion of this preview, Matt. But, again, great food here tonight. We had a good time, good meal.
Yep, always a good meal. Always a good meal. They always take care of us here at Detzi'S.
Yeah, Shiloh and her team are absolutely fantastic. Shiloh's son, Bo, is actually out at State College right now. Yeah, he qualified for the state high school golf tournament at a Bangor High School. So wish him all the best as he goes on his quest to win the state golf championship. From what I hear, it's pretty good.
That's a good thing.
Golf was never my game.
Nope. Sorry, but as we like to say, we have a baseball swing.
Yes. Tom reminded me of that the other day when I was at X Golf on Kunkel Drive in Easton. He's like, "You're a baseball player."
No doubt about it.
He's like, "Matt's a baseball player."
Yep.
And he's like, "Parrish?
No
Parrish is a golfer."
Yep. Parrish is a football player.
He's a football player, yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of X Golf, I was playing, the last time I was there, I was playing St. Andrews.
Oh.
And I got to hole 18. And, I mean, you and I both have a fairly rough slice.
Yes.
I hit a roof. So.
But did you have to go down an alley?
No, I did not have to play out of the alley.
So you still did not have to do what I did?
No, but the game let me, like the simulator let me play off the roof.
Wow.
So in order, this was incredible. In order to make this work, right, I couldn't play straight because of where the ball landed.
Right.
There was like a concrete wall. This is how realistic X Golf is. There was this concrete wall. So if I swung straight at the simulator, the ball would have bounced off the wall in the simulator and like down the alleyway. I had to turn my body and hit it like off the edge of the simulator to hit it back onto the fairway.
Wow. I'm sure Tom was loving you that day.
Tom wasn't paying attention.
Oh, thank God.
He was out back at that point, so I escaped without the barrage from Tom about my golf swing.
Well, hopefully Tom's listening tonight, and he'll talk to you next time.
Tom is definitely listening tonight. I saw Tom this afternoon. I'm sure he is watching us right now, sitting there going, I can't wait for them to come back. Let's jump into it now. In Quad A, Southern Lehigh right now is the 1 seed.
They will be the 1 seed.
And I think that they're in a pretty good spot because even if they lose to Northwestern, that's a lot of residual power points that they stand to gain.
Right.
Becca and Central in the 2 and 3 spots. Believe they're locked in as well, or close to it.
Yeah,
they might be
able to flip-flop, especially in Blue Mountain. I don't know if Blue Mountain can or not, but there's a little bit of wiggle room there between those 3.
Lehighton, Jim Thorpe, and Pottsville have all clinched playoff berths, and this is an 8-team bracket, so there will be some teams with losing records. At least one. Pottsville is 3 and 6. Their final contest is North Schuylkill. I think North Schuylkill probably will handle Pottsville on Friday night. Yep. The real interesting part of the Quad A bracket is when we get down to the 8, 9, 10, where it's really down to probably Bangor and East Stroudsburg North for the final seed in the Quad A playoffs.
But Wilson is not out of it.
Let's run through that. Could Wilson theoretically qualify if Bangor and East Stroudsburg North both lose and Wilson loses?
I don't think they can, based off of the fact that Bangor plays a tougher schedule.
Yeah,
if all 3 lose, Bangor gets the 8.
I don't think there's enough power.
If Wilson pulls off the dramatics and upsets Notre Dame, they're in. East Stroudsburg North with a win
is in,
and a loss by the other 2 is in.
Yeah.
Bangor with a win or all of them losing is the 8.
Right. And yeah, so there it is. I mean, that's the most interesting part of the whole thing to me.
Yeah.
Is that there's still so much to play for all of these teams.
Correct.
Even though they're at the bottom end of the bracket. Because somebody's getting into the playoffs on Friday night.
Yep.
AAA also has a situation with Pine Grove and Salisbury. Salisbury's in the driver's seat here. But a Pine Grove win, a Salisbury loss could give them enough. Now, Pine Grove would have to defeat Williams Valley, which is a very tall order.
Yes.
Nothing against Pine Grove, but Williams Valley, heavy favorite.
Heavy favorite. And Salisbury's, they also a tough opponent
with Palisades. Yeah, I think that's going to be a difficult one. Notre Dame is essentially locked into the 1 seed. They will most likely defeat Wilson on Friday night. Northwestern has the toughest of the contests with Southern Lehigh. But, again, they're pretty much in that 2 spot.
They're playing in the O-must-go game.
That's a huge game for the second year in a row.
Yeah.
It decided the Colonial League last year, and now it's going to determine, some potential playoff seedings this year. If you are Northwestern, you want to take them down. You want that home game against North Schuylkill if you get there into the semifinals.
Yes.
North Schuylkill has had a pretty good season. The one thing North Schuylkill has not been able to find is a kicker.
Unfortunately.
And that has hurt them in their losses, specifically the one we had on our air to Notre Dame. Can't keep going for 2 and hope for the best.
Correct. You can't.
And once you get into the playoffs, that well can run dry fairly quickly. Saucon Valley and Tamaqua are in at 4 and 5. Palmerton is the 6 right now. Panther Valley the 7. Things can still change between Tamaqua, Palmerton, and Panther Valley. Tamaqua has Blue Mountain. They'll be underdogs in that one.
Yep.
Though I did like what we've seen out of Tamaqua this year. There's some good young players up there. That running back, Terrence McDowell.
Yes. No, they really played well. I know you guys were up there 3 times. I was only up there once. But, yeah, no, I could see it. They have potential. It's there. I just think they're maybe a year away.
Yeah, and I think McDowell is going to be one of the best players in the Schuylkill League next year as they go back to Colonial League, Schuylkill League. He had a very good sophomore season. And when Jason saw him first time, remember, Jason was a college football player.
Yeah.
And Jason, he said, he goes, at the end of the game, this kid's going to be a scholarship running back.
Yep.
Whether that's PSAC, whatever it is, I think it's there for him. I really like his game. And, another team this is going to sound nuts, team that's going to have a lot back next year, it's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
There are a host of receivers that will be back, and then they will have to replace Matt Bodner at quarterback, but Tommy Murphy, I believe he's only thrown 2 incomplete passes the whole season.
Right.
You're
not losing. I mean,
you're
losing Bodner, but you're not losing that much.
No, I don't think there's going to be that big of a drop-off, and for them looking ahead, the result of all those blowout wins is that Murphy and these other young players got a lot of time.
Yes.
In Double-A, Schuylkill Haven has put the foot on the gas. We knew this team was going to be good this year. They have been dominant over the course of the last 4 weeks. They got through the tough one with Minersville. We thought Williams Valley would be tough, 2-touchdown win there. And then blowout over Marion, blowout over Pine Grove, and crushed Nativity. They've got Tri-Valley to end the season. And, this is a team that lost its best running back to a broken leg and just kept right on chugging.
Yep, kept going.
Williams Valley's in there at the number 2 seed. Minersville is 3. They have a Division I quarterback. Carr is going to Central Florida. Palisades, who we saw a few times. I like Palisades.
Yeah, no, I agree. Palisades looked really good. We got to see them, of course, beat Northern Lehigh. They came a 4th down away from beating Notre Dame. They're not. They're a very good 4.
Yeah, and I think Palisades has enough athletes on their team to be able to cause some problems in the Double-A playoffs. If you look at their losses, lost at Penn Argyl, who's a good football team.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying that because all
They're
the players around here and, we'll be in trouble if we don't. No, this is a good football team. And then Blue Mountain, who is 2 classifications above them. I like them, and I think in Double-A, their speed out wide could be a problem for a team like Schuylkill Haven.
Yes.
Schuylkill Haven has this powerful running game, but Palisades can match them on the line. And they might have the two most explosive players on the field. Silas Day, who's committed to Lehigh.
Yep.
So that's another great local get for them. And, oh, gosh, his name's escaping me right now. Oh, Jason's so impressed with him, the wide receiver, who's the junior. I'll have to look up the roster.
Yep, we'll have to look at the roster now.
Yeah, we'll look at the roster, and I'll get his name on before the end. But Jason Solomon was like, that kid, scholarship player.
Yeah.
And he's got another gear. I'm going to look up his name, and we'll bring that to you. Northern Lehigh at the 5. We saw them twice this year. They played Palisades tough. They played Notre Dame pretty tough for 2.5 quarters.
Yeah. No,
Before just sheer numbers took over there.
I think there's a lot of good teams here in 2A. A lot of good teams.
Yeah, and don't count out Penn Archel. They've got a good running attack.
Yep. Executive is the outlier because they played teams not in the Valley. They went outside the Valley to play their schedule because they're not a part of a league. They're an independent. So
right, you just don't know because Belmont's had a good season. Belmont Charter from Philadelphia. They lost 8-6. Berks Catholic's all right, but the rest of that schedule, Wyoming Valley West, in our day. George Curry.
That would have been a great win.
That would have been a great win. Wyoming Valley West has one win this year. School of the Future, New Hope, Sulbury was a forfeit. New Church, I don't really follow those non-PIAA schools in football. New Church, great basketball program. I'm not sure how the football team is, but they could be this oddball in the tournament that could either lose 35-0 in the first round, or we're going to look 2 Fridays from now, and it's going to be 14-14 against Williams Valley late in the fourth quarter. And that's kind of TBD. And then you have the interesting one.
Yes.
Caddy's at 3-6, a point ahead of Monoy Area. But Monoy Area could theoretically, there is math.
There's a lot of math, but yes.
But they could do it. They need
a Caddy loss to Palmerton and a Mahanoy win over Shenandoah, right? They play Shenandoah?
Mahanoy plays Shenandoah. Yeah. That's the rivalry game of
that could even just be enough to flip-flop the two of them.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Caddy started off so hot. So hot.
We haven't seen Catasauqua this year. They started out 3-1 and then lost to Notre Dame, lost to Saucon, Jim Thorpe, Northern Lehigh, Penn Argyle. And what's odd is some of those losses, some of them were rough losses.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if his players got hurt or what, but they started out, pretty impressively, and then, it just tailed off for them, unfortunately. Hopefully they, you want to see them be able to hang on and hold that playoff berth and finish the season on a positive note. And then they've got Northampton on Thanksgiving, which I'm so glad they're playing the game.
I'm very glad that they kept that. I'm glad both school districts came to an agreement that we're going to continue this. The kids wanted it. Coaches wanted it. Keep it going.
I think that was the most important part of the whole thing for me, was that the boards were sitting there going back and forth saying, do we, don't we? And the kids, specifically from Catasauqua, went to the board meeting and said, no, we want to play the game. And the board members responded and said, yes, we will vote for you to play the game. Last one here is Single A, and then we'll take a break.
Yep.
Lackawanna Trail, your team.
My boys.
You have been high on Lac Trail for the better part of the last 2 years. They are the #1 seed in the sub-regional because it does include the 3 schools from District 2. Lac Trail has some good results. Their only loss is to undefeated Berwick, who is back to being Berwick.
Yes, correct. And refresh my memory, what class is Berwick?
Berwick is a AAA school.
So 2 steps above Lac.
Yeah, and Lac
kind of hung around.
Lackawanna's last game is against 8-1 Riverside, who's a AA school, who we saw from Billy's guys at Pennsylvania Football News.
Yes.
And, that is a very good football team. And we got a Division I recruit. And we watched them house, I believe, Riverside ate 16 pizzas?
Yes.
Well, they were up there. It was something like 15 or 16 pizzas.
Yeah, it was 16. They had 23 kids or something and
It's
16 pies.
pieces. It was very impressive what they did up there at No-No's in Moosic. We're going to take a pause. When we get back, we're going to start prepping you for the wing eating contest between Bangor and Penn Argyl, about 15 minutes away here on CWTAP. We're at Detzi'S. Have you racked up over $15,000 in credit card debt? Do the collection calls ring nonstop? There's a solution to the situation the banks don't want you to know about. Cwtap has over 20 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Call the Cwtap Credit Solutions hotline today to see if you qualify. 877-835-0026. No obligation, 100% confidential. Cwtap Credit Solutions. 877-835-0026. Cwtap Credit Solutions now. 877-835-0026. 877-835-0026. Call today. X-Golf, located just off the 25th Street exit of Route 22 in Easton, offers a premier golf simulation experience. With some of the most realistic indoor golf simulators you've ever seen, X-Golf is the premier place to work on your game before you hit the courses around the Lehigh Valley. If it's driving that needs work, putting that needs practice, or that pesky short game that haunts you, X-Golf is the perfect spot to perfect your swing. Bring your clubs, borrow one of our in-house sets, big up your friends, and come on down to X-Golf for a fun time. It's always 72 and sunny at X-Golf, and double bogeys are welcome, so you don't have to worry about a cart full of golfers behind you on hole 7. To schedule your tee time, call X-Golf at 484-250-0391. That's 484-250-0391. X-Golf. 80 Kunkel Drive in Easton, right off the 25th Street exit of Route 22. All right, we're good. All right, and we're back here at Detzi'S Tavern in Wind Gap. Alex Fidrashevsky, along with the coaches of this Friday's rivalry game. We've got Vinny Andrews from Bangor and Brady Mutton joining us from Penn Argyl. Coaches, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us on tonight.
So, as we get prepped for a week like this, as next-door neighbors, right? This is a friendly rivalry, and then on Friday night, everything changes a little bit. As the coaches in this, how do you walk your players through a week like this where you have two towns coming together with a long history?
Yeah, I think it's important to understand, again, the history of the game. And, coaching over the years with Donnie Hawk and Paul Raduzzi, I kind of, not being a Bangor guy, not being a slate belt guy, they were sure to, give me that history and the importance of it, not only for our team in general, but the community as a whole. And, it means the world to this community, and our players have to understand that, the importance of this game.
Coach?
Yeah, as much as all that's true, like you try your best to treat it like any other game. There's going to be distractions no matter what, and there's a lot of events that go on throughout the week. But, one thing that we just emphasize, enjoy it, have fun, embrace it. You're going to remember it, but, you want to do everything you can to keep it about the football. And, you love the tradition, you love doing those things, but for a couple hours a day, you got to put your focus on the football, and that's what you're trying to preach to get through the week. And, enjoy the rest of it, though, and have fun later.
I think that's a great point. At the end of the day, you still have to focus on the game at hand. When you see events like this coming together, though, and you see the players from both teams come together, and you could set aside some differences for a little bit and compete in another way, like you do tonight. As coaches, is there a teaching lesson in all of this as well about what happens off the field?
I mean, I think we preach within our team. You want to compete in anything you do.
Right.
Like, I don't want to lose in anything. So that's kind of the message, and just trying to be your best all the time, and represent us in a very positive way.
Yeah, like I said, we're busy throughout the week, and on Friday it's competitive and it's game time. But yeah, you get these chances throughout the week where you do get to, hang out with everybody and enjoy it. But when it comes time on Friday, everybody knows that it's time to turn it on, and we're playing football, and we'll be friends afterward and before. But there's a new one. We have our luncheon tomorrow. We're going to the elementary and middle schools, but this is a new one. Hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully the kids are ready to go.
Yeah, and it's nice to see, too, that you take the teams to the elementary schools, because it kind of gets the next generation of high school football players and cheerleaders and everybody through town excited to be a part of what is, essentially a century-long rivalry up here.
Yeah, it's fun being part of the community during this week. They're excited to do it themselves, but as coaches, it's a nice relief, and you get to see it too and be part of it. Like today, we went to the daycare, and just it starts that little, and you get to start spreading the fun and the football and what the week's all about to kids that young, and then throughout the week we'll go to the older schools, and yeah, it's just important to have those kids be excited for it and make it matter for them.
Yeah, and Coach Andrews, everyone excited for the bonfire as well on Thursday?
Yeah, our guys, with the elementary school pep rallies and stuff like that, they get to go back and it takes them back in time a little bit, because they were once there, and we have a lot of pride going on right now with our youth program. We're really excited about it, so we're excited to go down and see them tomorrow along with that luncheon. But that bonfire, big tradition, and rumor has it it's going to be very big this year, so we're looking forward to that.
That's something that you don't really see anymore amongst rivalries across our area, at least. It's great to see the whole week is filled up with activities that cross over, not just between the football teams, but into the elementary schools and throughout the town as well. It's just great to bring the communities together.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I kind of have a unique perspective, because I did coach over at Penargil for a few years, so I saw it from that lens, and then now seeing it from the Bangor lens, it's a tremendous amount of pride in both communities, and they come out and show out on game day too, and just a great overall experience.
Yeah, there's so many moments like that, and you like one more time, like right up to the bonfire, right through the game. It's just so many people you see that you don't normally see, and people want to be a part of it, and people want to be part of the week, and they want to be around it no matter what. And it's awesome to see. It's for us, it's a better homecoming than homecoming most of the time. People just really want to come out for it.
I think in a way the Bangor-Penargil game is the homecoming for both communities. You get a lot of people who've maybe moved away, live down in Philadelphia or New Jersey now, come back and become a part of the community once again for this great week and great night. We're going to get ready for the wing eating contest. It seems like everyone's ready. So, coaches, are you joining in as well?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. I don't have the appetite I once had.
We'll leave it to the professionals.
I got it.
All right, when we get back, folks, we will be here for the wing eating contest between Bangor and Penargil. Keep it tuned to CWTAP.
Crime on the rise across the United States of America. It's time to consider protecting your family with a home security system from Vivint. Smartphone-controlled monitoring, cameras, and lighting options are all available at your fingertips with Vivint. Call the Vivint Home Security Hotline today at 866-307-8417. Home security from Vivint, 866-307-8417. 866-307-8417. In today's dangerous world, a home security system gives your family some peace of mind. Don't delay. Call today. Vivint Home Security, 866-307-8417. Call today. Have you racked up over $15,000 in credit card debt? Do the collection calls ring nonstop? There's a solution to the situation the banks don't want you to know about. CuraDebt has over 20 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Call the Cwtap Credit Solutions hotline today to see if you qualify. 877-835-0026. No obligation, 100% confidential. Cwtap Credit Solutions. 877-835-0026. Cwtap Credit Solutions now. 877-835-0026. 877-835-0026. Call today.
We at Lifeline Screening have screened over 9 million people over 25 years. We identify your risk of stroke, cardiovascular disease, and other chronic illnesses. We use state-of-the-art ultrasound technology to look into your arteries to identify your plaque levels. During your screening, we examine the carotid arteries in the neck for plaque buildup that can lead to a stroke. We check your abdominal aorta for an aneurysm, a ballooning of this large artery in your belly which can rupture if it gets too big. We evaluate the pressures in your arms and ankles and calculate what is called an ankle brachial index. This is an indirect way to assess the flow in the arteries of legs and identify risks for more cardiovascular disease. We scan your shin bone to determine the density of the bone and derive risk for osteoporosis. And lastly, atrial fibrillation. If we detect anything that requires urgent attention, we will notify you immediately so you can contact your physician for follow-up. Screenings are simple, non-invasive, painless, and we have convenient locations throughout the United States. And of course, screenings provide peace of mind or early detection. Schedule your screening today. We at Lifeline Screening have screened over 9...
The Leather Corner Post Bar and Grill, 6855 Horseshoe Road in Orfield, has served up good food and good cheer since the 1860s. LZB is a one-of-a-kind local bar with great food, cold beer, and plenty of memories to be made. Sample their wings, burgers, salads, and more in a relaxed neighborhood pub setting. And with sports, Bolka, and more on their TVs, LZB is your hometown pub in Lehigh County. LCB is also the Boomba capital of the Lehigh Valley and features Bolka music on the third Thursday of every month, with the Steelworkers Bolka Band performing from 6 until 9 p.m. LZB is open Tuesday to Thursday from 3 until 11, Friday and Saturday from noon to 1:30 a.m., and Sunday from 1 to 8 p.m. Reserve your seats for Bolka Night with the Steelworkers by calling 610-395-1782. That's 610-395-1782. And of course, remember to mention CWTAP. That's the Leather Corner Post, 6855 Horseshoe Road in Orfield. It's Queen's Nutritional Products, 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown. The Novak family, still the proprietors. For a wide variety of high-quality vitamins, supplements, and herbs, shop Queen's Nutritional Products. From vitamin A to zinc and everything in between, the Queen Bee and her busy bees on staff can assist you. Queen's Nutritional Products also has a full line of dry and roasted nuts, dried fruits, and more. That historic nut hut still producing the best nuts and dried fruits in the Lehigh Valley. Queen's Nutritional Products also offers a variety of natural soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, and more, because what you put on your body is as important as what you put in it. Queen's Nutritional Products is open Monday through Wednesday and Saturday from 9 until 6, Thursday and Friday from 9 till 7, as well as Sunday from 11 till 4. Seniors get 10% off every day on many items in the store. Visit them online at queensnutrition.shop, or better yet, stop by Queen's Nutritional Products at 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown.
And we're back here at Detzi'S Tavern in Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. CWTAP TV on location. Bangor Penn Argyle Rivalry Week. It is time for the wing eating contest, Matt Baker.
That it is, and I pull a little double duty right now, Alex.
You are. I mean, the camera was facing us. Let's just give them a little background here. The camera was facing us on a tripod. The camera is no longer on a tripod. It is in Matt Baker's hand, and Matt is sitting on the concrete.
On the deck.
On the deck here at Detzi'S. But at the same time, I think this is the greatest view of Detzi'S that we've provided yet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're getting ready to do this contest. I see a lot of chicken wings on the table, as you can see here next to these guys from Bangor. So, yeah, this is going to be fun, Alex.
I'm looking forward to it. Are we ready?
We're talking now with the waitress here at Detzi'S. We're getting ready to announce to go. Alex is currently getting ready to make the announcement here to start the contest. And we'll be starting here in a couple seconds.
Does every player have wings yet? Per Shiloh, the owner of Detzi'S. 5 minutes, you start with 15. As you finish those, you'll get increments of 5. She begs all of you, if you start to feel full, stop. If you catch my drift. The idea is don't get sick, but have a good time. So I'm going to hold the stopwatch, and I'll count you down. You guys, everybody ready? Everybody ready? All right, so 5 minutes, 3, 2, 1, go.
And Alex, they're off here.
We are underway in the wing eating contest between Bangor and Penargel, and it has gone silent.
It has.
15 seconds on the clock. There is a trophy for the winning team, and as a little surprise that the players don't know about, Matt, Tom at X Golf has provided us
Look at those wings,
a
Alex.
$50 gift card to each individual team's winner.
Alex, are you going to give them a little bit of a countdown as we go here? So, like, when
Yes,
it gets
I
to
will.
the minute marks, you know.
I will. We are coming up on 1 minute. I'm going to mute my microphone, Matt.
All right, and we're waiting for Alex to make the call.
1 minute in. You're 1 minute in.
And I already got through a minute here, Alex.
60 seconds in. This is going to be a very interesting contest, and count this out and see who wins.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they all got water sitting in front of them, too, which no one has touched yet.
They're hungry football players. Ooh, there's a strategy. One of the linemen from Bangor I'm watching in front of us has a strategy. I don't want to make him laugh, but his strategy is working.
Well, if it's working, you roll with it.
Minute and 45 seconds. We're coming up on 2 minutes.
The tray of wings is sitting here ready for the next 5 if anyone finishes their first 15.
15's a lot.
It really is.
And they put them in like some type of hot sauce as well.
Yeah, so you're not just eating a plain wing. You got some type of sauce.
2 minutes. We're very proud to be here tonight. This is a great way to kick off the rivalry week.
Oh, yeah. Something different. You know, everyone does a chili eating, you know, cook-off and all that. You know, Nathan's has the hot dogs. And
This is the first time that Shiloh has done an event like this for these teams, and I think it's going to become an annual event.
which is great because that means we'll be here
Every
on
year.
the Monday night every year.
Yeah, and listen, we've got the Steelworkers here on Thursday evening. It's going to be polka night at Detzi'S Tavern, so come on out and join us. That's going to be Thursday night from 6 to 9 p.m. Robbie Lawrence and the Steelworkers, Joey Cwtap, Eddie Biegai, Ricky Hassanich, yours truly. We're going to have a great time out here as we approach 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 2 minutes to go. 3 minutes in.
And, of course, we do have the rescue squad here.
I think that was a
In
good idea.
attendance, just in case.
Just in case. I think that was important.
Yeah, no, you don't want anything to happen, but somebody happens to choke, whatever. You have emergency personnel here.
You know what, though? A bone-in wing is hard to eat around. Like, I know you're trying to go fast, but, like, you still need to be mindful of that.
Was that a 5? Was that an extra 5?
Was that a 5? Was that a second 5, Coach?
It might have been.
That's the second one. Okay.
Oh,
so
first 5. So
he's
going
so he's
for
going
20.
For 20. He's going
That's
for
the
20.
first one I've seen.
We're approaching 1 minute to go.
That's
4 minutes. 1 minute to go. 1 minute. We'll count it down when we hit 30 seconds. Man, Bangor came.
They came
hungry
prepared.
tonight.
Penards better pick it up here in the last little bit.
We've got 40 seconds left in the wing eating contest. Then we will pause and we will count, and we'll see who the winner is. 30 seconds.
You going to count down from 15?
From 15.
Okay.
All right, everybody together.
10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put down your wings.
And Alex, at this point, I think we should take a commercial break, and we'll come back and hopefully have a winner.
We'll start counting, yeah.
The Leather Corner Post Bar and Grill, 6855 Horseshoe Road in Orfield, has served up good food and good cheer since the 1860s. LCB is a one-of-a-kind local bar with great food, cold beer, and plenty of memories to be made. Sample their wings, burgers, salads, and more in a relaxed neighborhood pub setting. And with sports, Bolka, and more on their TVs, LCB is your hometown pub in Lehigh County. LCB is also the Boomba capital of the Lehigh Valley and features Bolka music on the third Thursday of every month, with the Steelworkers Bolka Band performing from 6 until 9 p.m. LCB is open Tuesday to Thursday from 3 until 11, Friday and Saturday from noon to 1:30 a.m., and Sunday from 1 to 8 p.m. Reserve your seats for Bolka Night with the Steelworkers by calling 610-395-1782. That's 610-395-1782. And of course, remember to mention CWTAP. That's the Leather Corner Post, 6855 Horseshoe Road in Orfield. Selling your house the traditional way takes time. Agents, showings, repairs, fees, and more. It's really a hassle. But what if you could skip it all and sell your home for cash fast? At House Buyer Network, we buy homes in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, no cleaning, no repairs. Whether it's inherited, outdated, or you're behind on payments, we'll make you a fair cash offer within 24 hours. Close in as little as 7 days. Thousands have sold the easy way. Now it's your turn. Call 949-352-4770 for your free no-obligation cash offer. House Buyer Network, fast cash, no hassle. 949-352-4770. 949-352-4770. It's Queen's Nutritional Products, 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown. The Novak family, still the proprietors. For a wide variety of high-quality vitamins, supplements, and herbs, shop Queen's Nutritional Products. From vitamin A to zinc and everything in between, the Queen Bee and her busy bees on staff can assist you. Queen's Nutritional Products also has a full line of dry and roasted nuts, dried fruits, and more. That historic nut hut still producing the best nuts and dried fruits in the Lehigh Valley. Queen's Nutritional Products also offers a variety of natural soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, and more because what you put on your body is as important as what you put in it. Queen's Nutritional Products is open Monday through Wednesday and Saturday from 9 until 6, Thursday and Friday from 9 till 7, as well as Sunday from 11 till 4. Seniors get 10% off every day on many items in the store. Visit them online at queensnutrition.shop, or better yet, stop by Queen's Nutritional Products at 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown.
All right, and we're back here at Detzi'S Tavern, and Alex is preparing to hand out the trophy to the winner. So we'll listen to Alex here.
All right, folks. So great job for both of you teams here. But Bangor was a little hungrier tonight. They ate 133 wings. So they are Coach, here you go. Congratulations. Take that one back to school. We will. Thank you.
So Bangor with the wings eating contest winner tonight with 133 wings.
And thank you for supporting your communities. We're very proud from our TV station to be a part of the Slate Belt, and we hope to be with you here every year for a very, very long time. So thank you again for coming out. We also have gift cards for the individual winners. We have 2 from Bangor that tied with 19. And our Penargil winner beat them all with 21.
So we actually had, Penargil had the most by an individual with 21. Bangor had 2 with 19. So quite the show here tonight at Detzi'S Tavern. Great wing eating contest. Thank you again for Detzi'S for hosting this tonight. And we will be back here after another commercial break.
Crime on the rise across the United States of America. It's time to consider protecting your family with a home security system from Vivint. Smartphone-controlled monitoring, cameras, and lighting options are all available at your fingertips with Vivint. Call the Vivint Home Security Hotline today at 866-307-8417. Home security from Vivint, 866-307-8417. 866-307-8417. In today's dangerous world, a home security system gives your family some peace of mind. Don't delay. Call today. Vivint Home Security, 866-307-8417. Call today. Superior Hardware, located at 400 South 3rd Street in Bangor, is your go-to source for home improvement supplies in the Slate Belt. With a variety of tools, screws, nuts, bolts, and more, Superior Hardware is the place to shop for your hardware needs. Superior Hardware offers a full line of Milwaukee tools, the highest quality power tools available. In addition to their in-store offerings, Superior Hardware ships nationwide via their website, www.superiorhardwarebangor.com. So you don't even have to live in the Slate Belt or drive to Bangor to sample all that Superior Hardware has to offer. Superior Hardware is open Monday to Friday from 7 till 5, Saturday from 7:30 to 4, and Sunday from 9 to 2. Call them at 610-588-3205 or stop by their location at 400 South 1st Street in Bangor to jumpstart your home improvement projects today. That's Superior Hardware, 400 South 1st Street in Bangor. X Golf, located just off the 25th Street exit of Route 22 in Easton, offers a premier golf simulation experience. With some of the most realistic indoor golf simulators you've ever seen, X Golf is the premier place to work on your game before you hit the courses around the Lehigh Valley. If it's driving that needs work, putting that needs practice, or that pesky short game that haunts you, X Golf is the perfect spot to perfect your swing. Bring your clubs, borrow one of our in-house sets, big up your friends, and come on down to X Golf for a fun time. It's always 72 and sunny at X Golf, and double bogeys are welcome, so you don't have to worry about a cart full of golfers behind you on hole 7. To schedule your tee time, call X Golf at 484-250-0391. That's 484-250-0391. X Golf, 80 Kunkel Drive in Easton, right off the 25th Street exit of Route 22.
And we're back here at Detzi'S in Wind Gap. Time to talk to the quarterbacks of this week's contest, Lincoln Rarick and Mason Seuss. Thanks, guys, for joining us here tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So how did the wing eating contest go for you? What was the most challenging part?
In my opinion, I thought the most challenging was the fact that just trying to eat them as quick as possible. I mean, I could easily eat another 15 right now. I could easily, but it was just getting them down and knocking them out one by one, in my opinion.
I was just enjoying them. Like, I wasn't going to down them.
You're here for the good time.
I was here for the enjoyment of the Detzi'S wings. They
Detzi'S,
were very good.
Detzi'S does have some good wings, but
yes, they do.
You know, guys, from the football perspective, right? When you get to this week, is this one of the most exciting times of the year for you, where you see your towns come together and you get events like this throughout the course of the week?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's great coming out here and enjoying and having the fun that we do. I mean, this is a rivalry that's been going on for 106 years now. I mean, it's great to be out here and to have fun with everybody. And, of course, at the end of the day, it's all for the love of the game.
Exactly. Just getting to do the traditions of this week throughout the school, throughout all of the communities. It's something special because it's just been going on forever.
Which of the events stands out the most to you guys throughout the week? What's your favorite?
Oh, it's got to be the game. Just going out there and playing it and having fun, just like you grew up a whole year. Always living for that moment.
I would definitely agree. The game's the biggest part, but all the other stuff leading up is also fun, like the pep rally, walking down. It's just unmatched.
You know, it's so nice to see that your communities keep all these great traditions alive, and I think it's something that you'll appreciate even more as you get towards my age and your parents' age. But your coaches had said that you guys go through the elementary schools. You said you go through the elementary schools. How much fun is it to start already kind of igniting that fire in the kids that'll play in this game, 5, 6, 10 years from now?
Just enjoying it and being able to be a part of it at a young age allows everybody to understand how big the rivalry really is. I mean, the Slate Belt rivalry has been a part of many traditions, and we're willing to keep that tradition from a young age. So if they start to learn from a younger age, I feel as if they're going to have a great time when they're older and enjoying themselves out there.
Definitely. It's just like a spark for us, like getting to know that these kids will be in our shoes one day and that they look up to us and they want to be a part of this game so bad, and that we're living in the moment right now and we're enjoying it.
Here's a question for you guys, too. How do you stay focused throughout the week as the players? We talked to the coaches about it, and they talk about trying to keep everybody locked in throughout the week because there are a lot of events, and you don't want to get distracted. How do you stay focused? Mason, start, and we'll go to you next. Lincoln, how do you guys stay focused, especially as the quarterbacks, because you've got the controls of the video game for the offense, right? How do you stay locked in throughout the week?
Definitely. Well, first you got to do your schoolwork. Just because you've got a big football game doesn't mean you can't do your schoolwork. And then just all the other, like installs, studying film. It's just so much goes into it to stay focused for this big game.
I mean, of course, going off of what he said, I mean, it's really easy to get distracted from it, but it's just going out and having fun. But it's the fact that when you're out there doing stuff and going through install and going through and having fun with your teammates, you all know it's just you got to be there and you got to be focused on what the real goal is.
I think here's a question for you guys, because times have changed so much since Matt and I played at high school sports 20 years ago, or my father who's here tonight and Colin did that 50 years ago. Social media has changed the way high school athletes interact with each other. We didn't have that when we were in school. So, when we were rivals, there was a lot of heated things from days gone by, right? But you guys are more interconnected now than ever between Twitter and Instagram and text messaging, and now being one town apart. Is there a bit of a closeness between the two teams that, hey, when we're playing, we separate that, but when it's all over, is it a nice community thing that you guys hope to hold on to, after you're done playing?
Oh, of course. I mean, on the field, it's a different thing. Of course, that's just on the field. But off the field, we're all going to be great people to one another. It's not like we hate each other. I mean, the rivalry is the rivalry. We're all going to be friends, and at the end of the day, we're going to love one another the same way somebody should.
Exactly. Adding on to that, it's just people say stuff online, but they're not the ones playing in the game. Our job's just to go out there, have fun, play. Nothing separates us. We can still be friends before, after the game. It's just during that one game, we got to leave it all out there.
And I think you hit the nail on the head, and that's where we're going to leave this segment with you guys. Fun, right? You've played this game now throughout your high school careers. Out of all the games you play, all the competitive games you've played, regular season playoff games, whatever it might be, is this the most fun of them all?
I'll go first. Yes, definitely. It's just there's nothing else like it. Being in the district playoffs last year, it was definitely a great game, but there's nothing like Bangor Rivalry Week.
Oh, of course. Going out there, having the time of your life, just putting it all out there and showing everybody what you've been working at all year, that's just something you can't miss. It's something you have to experience to be in. And to know it, you got to be there.
So there you have it, folks. The quarterbacks on Friday behind the helmet. Now you get to see them in person right here on CWTAP. We wish the both of you guys great luck on Friday night. And, thank you for joining us. And we wish you all the best in the future. And I'm sure we'll see you around town here over the course of the next couple months, weeks, years. College plans for you guys, plans for after high school, or is that starting to come into picture for you guys? What are we looking at here?
So I'm looking over for physical therapy. If I could go somewhere to play football, I'd definitely love to do that, but we'll see where it takes me.
I mean, I'm a freshman. I'm starting off young. I'm taking my time right now. I'm going to focus more on the time that I'm in right now, and then I'll go worry about my future in a couple of years.
Enjoy the moment. And as a senior to a freshman, how fast does it go?
It's incredible. Right? We're already at week 9. It's or week 10 actually. It's crazy. Just got to enjoy it. Live it up.
Yeah. Listen, the old guys will tell you, and he'll tell you too. Yeah. Enjoy the ride. That's my advice to you as a freshman. You're going to wake up and you're going to be him.
It goes really quick.
And then you're going to wake up and be us. So enjoy the ride, guys. Enjoy playing high school sports. It's so much fun. You make a lot of memories. You can make a lot of great friends. Thank you guys again for coming out tonight.
Definitely. Thank you.
And we'll be back.
Have you racked up over $15,000 in credit card debt? Do the collection calls ring nonstop? There's a solution to the situation the banks don't want you to know about. Cwtap has over 20 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Call the Cwtap Credit Solutions hotline today to see if you qualify. 877-835-0026. No obligation, 100% confidential. Cwtap Credit Solutions. 877-835-0026. Cwtap Credit Solutions now. 877-835-0026. 877-835-0026. Call today.
Bring us back.
And we're back here at
go.
Detzi'S Tavern.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck. We'll see you Friday.
Alex, we're back.
This was a fantastic evening.
This is a great evening.
And we're
but
not done yet.
It's not over yet.
The evening is not over. We're going to get you to Red Green at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
And if you need duct tape, I actually just shot the promo. If you're like old Uncle Red there and you run out of duct tape, go down to Superior Hardware, 400 South First Street in Bangor. They have multiple colors of duct tape.
Red and green.
They have red. They have green. They also have yellow. and then they have the old standard gray duct tape.
The best there is.
So if you're watching us right now and you don't know what the whole duct tape thing is, at 8 o'clock, you're watching the Red Green Show here on CWTAP, and you're going to learn about the Red Green Show and duct tape. Uncle Red fixes everything with
duct tape.
Yes, fixes everything with duct tape. One of my favorite shows. It's very popular among our viewers, and yeah, we're glad to have it back on.
Yes.
I know that, who is that golfs with Jason? Joe.
Oh, yeah, Joe.
Joe watches it every night.
Well, that means we have a viewer.
Yes, we know that he watches it every single night. So, again, the Red Green Show coming up at 8 o'clock. Also, folks, new feature on our website. Just put this up today. This will help us as far as our partnership development for advertisers and events and sporting events in the future. Go to our website, www.cwtaptv.com. That's cwtaptv.com. We have a viewer survey. If you could be so kind, go fill it out. It is anonymous. It is completely anonymous. It's not like you have to fill out your name, your address, things like that. We are looking for demographic information on our viewers. What cable company you are a part of. Your zip code is all you have to give us, so we kind of track what town people are watching in. You can list your favorite shows, what you'd like to see on the station more of, and there's some other demographic and income questions that we're trying to gather, because it will just help us provide more information to our partners in the community and be able to provide better programming for you. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of, and we will do our best to try to bring that all to you. But again, that's all through our website. Go to cwtaptv.com. We'll also link it through the Facebook tonight. District 2 time?
District 2. Let's start at 1A and go up.
All right. District 2, 1A is the same that we had just spoken about.
Yeah, but we didn't finish it.
So, Lackawanna Trail, I am sold on now as a state title contender. They're 8-1. They've got Riverside on Friday night, which is going to be a big game for them. And if they're 9-1, I really like their chances to be in Cumberland Valley.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I liked Lackawanna Trail for the last 2 years, and I think they're a team from the area that can go and be a state champ.
I think if I'm going to go out on a limb here, I think that we could have 2 from the viewing area that could go all the way.
Yes.
Because I think Lac Trail is 1. Well, actually, no, throw on. There's more like 4.
There might be 4.
Maybe 5.
There could be.
And what's weird is 4 of the lot are in the same classification.
Yes.
Because I would say in Class A, Lackawanna Trail has a chance to win the state championship.
Yes, I would agree.
In AAA, Berwick, Wyoming, Notre Dame, and Northwestern Lehigh are all in this mix. I still think Avonworth is the favorite because they have been buzzsawing teams out in Pittsburgh. But
they're still I think one of those 4 is going to get there. Yeah. One of those 4 has a shot.
Is Scranton Prep the sleeper in that? Are they that oddball that could throw a wrench in the whole thing?
They could. They very well could. I mean, who knows? North Schuylkill could throw a monkey wrench in.
If they get the right matchups there, you go to Northwestern, run the ball, keep
them off the field.
Sidelines. It's not out of the question. Look, they kept Bodner on the sidelines.
And it worked.
I mean, they came an extra point away. There's a handful of schools that could really do some damage. I think Lakeland could make a run in 2. Yep. They're good.
I mean, Riverside,
I think, they're the real deal as well. And then, listen, Schuylkill Haven, you can't count them out either.
No, you can't. And you go, if you want to flip back real quick, you can't count out Williams Valley either.
No, you're right. I mean, Williams Valley's in that mix.
Then you got to throw Palisades in, as we talked about before.
Could they go deep?
They could. Depends on the matchups.
It's not impossible. I think once you hit 4, 5, and 6, things get different.
It gets a lot different.
Because then you start to factor in Bonner, Roman, LaSalle. I know everybody's like, oh, St. Joe's is done. No, St. Joe's isn't done. St. Joe's could easily beat LaSalle in the playoffs.
Correct.
But as we look at the rest of District 2, for our folks who are up in the Wilkes-Barre area and the folks up on Blue Ridge, we saw Riverside last week with State of PA football news. Them and Lakeland should be a really good battle. I don't think Dunmore's got enough.
Nope.
this year that those two should meet again in the district final. Lakeland beat them 33-23 earlier in the season. AAA, we talked about. Berwick and Wyoming area. Scranton Prep is in there as well. I don't think the rest of the field really stands even a puncher's chance. Scranton Prep took those tough games early on. They're probably more battle-tested.
Yep, more battle-tested, but I agree with you. I think Berwick's probably is the one that comes out of there.
The Berwick running game has been fantastic this year. Their offensive line, I saw some of the highlights from State of PA football with PFN Taps In, which you'll catch here tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Over the last couple of weeks, man, Berwick is putting holes open in the lines that I could walk through.
Yes.
Much less allowing their running back to go barreling through. You've got North Pocono, who's 9-0 in Quad A, and again, like they are 9-0. But as you get into that next classification, you start to mess with the Philly schools and those really big powerhouses out of the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah, and
but can North Pocono win the districts? Yes.
Yeah, they can definitely win district, and then North Pocono could be seeing Southern Lehigh.
I think, yeah. I mean, listen, I think Southern Lehigh is going to have work to do with Bethlehem Catholic and Allentown at Central Catholic as well. That's not a lock for them. I think that you still have to factor them in to the mix in that District 11 playoff.
Yep. And then you go to 5A where you got Pittston.
Pittston is 5A by 2 students.
But they're 5A. 5A, and then you got Abington Heights, Del Val, and most likely, I'm going to guess, Wyoming Valley West.
Watch out for Delaware Valley, because Del Val played a really, really difficult slate. We've talked about it all year. McKeesport, Jersey Shore, Central York, Scranton Prep, Long Island Lutheran. You had North Pocono in there as well last week. They could be the favorites as the 3 seed.
Right. They very well could be. And then, of course, you move to 6A, where you have Wilkes-Barre, Williamsport, Scranton, and Hazleton. And I think this goes back to what we talked about before with the classes. And
merge 11 and 2.
I mean, merging it back down, bring them back down into District 11 like they used to be, the best 8 go.
Yeah.
Because
the only
at
one that
point,
would be is Wilkes-Barre.
So
Wilkes-Barre would be the only one in. They would be right now.
Yep.
Wilkes-Barre would be the 6 right now.
Right, and it would bump Emmaus out.
Yes, it would drop Northampton to 7 and Stroudsburg to 8. And if you went into 5A, Pittston, Abington, and Del Val all would have been in that mix, and it would have dropped some of these other schools out.
Yep.
Obviously in AAA, there are enough schools between both classifications to do these 8-team tournaments, or you dump them all together, and then again, some of these schools will lose
Take
records.
the top, but then on the other side, dump all of them in and take the top 16, like they do at Philly sometimes.
Philly sometimes, yeah. Or do you just cut it at 8 and be like, hey, you got winning records, you're in the playoffs? I mean, and that was something that when I was growing up in New Jersey, if you weren't 500,
you couldn't
participate.
That's
in
the way.
playoffs.
That's the way it is for district playoffs for baseball.
Yeah,
baseball's that way. You have to be 500 or better. I think basketball is too.
I think 500. It's 500 or 500 in your league. Like it's
a
weird thing. 500 or 500 in your league, and they've changed that rule now in Jersey for both sports, and they've expanded the playoffs. But I kind of liked it that way, where if you were 500, you were in.
Yep.
And there's something to be said about that. And now, yeah, like, is a school going to get punished if they go 4-6 against the tougher schedule? Yes, and that's why they went to this format over there across the river.
And that's why it works, I think. If you're going to play a tougher schedule, if you're 4-6, then, yeah, you should be in.
Well, and that's it to me. I
you
think
chose that road.
Yeah, and again, this goes back to district consolidation. This goes back to going back to 5, maybe even 4 classes. And I know they talked about the original idea was it's going to give other schools a chance to win. If you look at who was good when there were 4,
it's the same schools.
And you've just spread them out over the different classifications.
There might be 1 or 2 that because they fell into 5A, like a Whitehall.
Like a Whitehall, right. I mean, if you think about it, Marion was good when it was 4 classes. Schuylkill Haven was good when there were 4 classes. Northwestern was always pretty tough. Notre Dame has become good. Southern Lehigh was never bad. Becca and Central were always dominant.
Southern Lehigh was always good.
Southern Lehigh is always good. Blue Mountain's always good. Easton Parkland, Nazareth, Liberty, and Freedom are always good, right? So at the end of the day, you went to 6 classifications for the same teams to
Yes.
Still win.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but
And
let's
let's take a break, and we're
Yes.
going to turn it over to the next crew here.
for till the end of the show.
Yeah, they'll get the last 15 minutes or so, and then we will be out of here. We'll be back with more on CWTAP from Detzi'S.
Superior Hardware, located at 400 South 3rd Street in Bangor, is your go-to source for home improvement supplies in the Slate Belt. With a variety of tools, screws, nuts, bolts, and more, Superior Hardware is the place to shop for your hardware needs. Superior Hardware offers a full line of Milwaukee tools, the highest quality power tools available. In addition to their in-store offerings, Superior Hardware ships nationwide via their website, www.superiorhardwarebangor.com. So you don't even have to live in the Slate Belt or drive to Bangor to sample all that Superior Hardware has to offer. Superior Hardware is open Monday to Friday from 7 till 5, Saturday from 7:30 to 4, and Sunday from 9 to 2. Call them at 610-588-3205 or stop by their location at 400 South 1st Street in Bangor to jumpstart your home improvement projects today. That's Superior Hardware, 400 South 1st Street in Bangor. X-Golf, located just off the 25th Street exit of Route 22 in Easton, offers a premier golf simulation experience. With some of the most realistic indoor golf simulators you've ever seen, X-Golf is the premier place to work on your game before you hit the courses around the Lehigh Valley. If it's driving that needs work, putting that needs practice, or that pesky short game that haunts you, X-Golf is the perfect spot to perfect your swing. Bring your clubs, borrow one of our in-house sets, big up your friends, and come on down to X-Golf for a fun time. It's always 72 and sunny at X-Golf, and double bogeys are welcome, so you don't have to worry about a cart full of golfers behind you on hole 7. To schedule your tee time, call X-Golf at 484-250-0391. That's 484-250-0391. X-Golf. 80 Kunkel Drive in Easton, right off the 25th Street exit of Route 22. It's Queen's Nutritional Products, 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown. The Novak family, still the proprietors. For a wide variety of high-quality vitamins, supplements, and herbs, shop Queen's Nutritional Products. From vitamin A to zinc and everything in between, the Queen Bee and her busy bees on staff can assist you. Queen's Nutritional Products also has a full line of dry and roasted nuts, dried fruits, and more. That historic nut hut still producing the best nuts and dried fruits in the Lehigh Valley. Queen's Nutritional Products also offers a variety of natural soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, and more, because what you put on your body is as important as what you put in it. Queen's Nutritional Products is open Monday through Wednesday and Saturday from 9 until 6, Thursday and Friday from 9 till 7, as well as Sunday from 11 till 4. Seniors get 10% off every day on many items in the store. Visit them online at queensnutrition.shop, or better yet, stop by Queen's Nutritional Products at 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown. Azar Supermarket, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem. Locally owned and operated by George Azar. Stop by today and pick from the freshest produce, much of it grown right here at home in Pennsylvania. Peruse the meat counter for the finest cuts of chicken, beef, lamb, and halal products. Take a step to your right. It's a selection of olives and mezza and cheese and more. Azars features a full lineup of products imported from the Mediterranean, including Lebanese olive oil and hard-to-find spices and herbs. Shop Azars, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem, for great value. Rachel's Refinished Furniture.
Well, welcome back here to Detzi'S on a wonderful Monday night in Rivalry Week with Bangor and Penn Argyl. Colin, great to see you.
Hey, Andrew, great to see you.
Wonderful night here tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Okay.
Good job of getting everybody together here, putting all the guests here together, Colin. Thank you very much.
And both the teams, on a peaceful, neutral field,
Very much so.
All right, and respecting each other.
Yes.
And then when they get back on the field, the real field, It's a total different ball game.
Totally
You know
different
what I mean?
ball game.
You know, and they made that point too.
Oh yeah,
They made
yeah,
that
yeah,
point.
yeah. You
They're
know,
strong.
but they're very
They're
respectful
strong.
of each other, though.
They are. Yeah, and that's the
what
main
I like.
thing I like.
They're
I like that.
respected,
Yeah,
and
respectful.
we like to
Yeah.
thank Shiloh for an unbelievable night. I mean,
Oh,
inside,
yeah.
the inside
He's-
of the restaurant is packed. There isn't a seat
Yeah,
available,
yeah.
right?
Yep, and the
With-
food is so good here.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Shiloh really for
Detzi'S.
hosting this
Yeah.
event at Detzi'S, and we become
Yeah,
regulars here, and
Yep.
can't thank her enough, and the staff here for doing a great job. So, Colin, last week was a big week in Easton for you, and
Last 2 weekends.
yeah, last 2 weekends.
Yeah,
And
the
tell us
primary.
about
during the
the
week you have virtual readings and stuff.
The book
okay?
show, the Easton
yeah, with
Book
the
Show, right?
Easton Book Festival.
Okay, Book
Yeah,
Festival.
It's
Go
called the
ahead.
Easton Book Festival, and Andy Lattice, is the owner and the runner of it,
right,
and his wife, Gaia, she's called now,
right,
okay, but Rebecca was her former name.
right,
They started this about 7 years ago.
right.
And it was something that he believed in to bring into the community, and he believed that all communities should bring that in to teach people about the literary world, literacy, bringing
Very
literacy.
important.
Yeah, books are something that was starting to go away.
Right.
People weren't going to bookstores, people weren't buying books and stuff like that, and he brought it back to teach the ins and the outs of the book world.
Right.
And he feels as though that if he continues to do that, it will become even bigger in Lehigh Valley and spread out more, whatever, and then even beyond Lehigh Valley and stuff like that. And all bookstores should carry festivals.
I love it.
To promote books.
I
and
love
stuff
it.
like that.
We also thank him for being a
Yeah,
sponsor
everything,
this
yeah.
year. Thank you. Thank him very much. Thank you.
Yeah,
and you guys do a great job.
And you guys were a sponsor, Cwtap.
Right.
Okay. You are the CEO, of Cwtap.
I do some things
You're
around
down
here.
there?
Not many. I don't know. I
Whatever.
get credit for
Whatever.
for a title,
And-
maybe.
Yeah, and you did a lot of promotion, and guess what? Bang, the magic number 7. Okay, that is
Wow.
my favorite number.
Right.
This was their biggest year
Wow.
in downtown Easton for the book festival.
Oh, that's great.
The turnout was awesome.
That is so.
It was
so
really
good to
good.
hear. Because as you
You know?
said, literacy is people are tending to watch videos. Literacy has become a challenge for people in this country and around the world. And I think creating more literacy, have people read and speak better, is so critical to communications as we go on.
Right. And Andrew, it's not only about that, but now books have fallen in, and especially from a children's. I'm a
Right.
children's author,
Okay.
so I write
Yes.
books. Okay,
Yes, you
children's
are.
author. Okay, from my point of view, books have fallen into the realm of censorship.
Ugh.
Censorship.
Yes,
Okay.
I know.
Why my kids can't read my book? And then Andy Lattice wrote a book, a memoir book about that. Okay, why people can't read my book, and everything like that. And it's just horrible.
Right.
Okay, because I mean, we never had this problem. You and I know that. We're about the same age and everything.
are.
And we read, some of these books, growing up, all right, that they're banning now. They're banning these books.
Right.
And everything. Like, you can't read them and stuff like that. But let's get off on the good thing, okay? At the Easton Book Festival, we have Melba Tolliver showed
Melba
up.
Tolliver.
You
Now,
remember
there's
Melba
a name
Tolliver?
that you and I are very familiar
my
with
God,
from our
yes.
days in New York City, right?
City,
One of the
yeah.
great newscasters in the history of New York City television, right? Melba Tolliver.
Accidental Anchor Woman. She wrote a memoir
Right.
about that. She fell into that.
Right, exactly.
She was a nurse.
Right.
She started out as a nurse, and she's still going.
Oh,
She's
amazing.
still activist and everything. So she was there, and there was a couple other celebrities there as well.
Right.
I consider Andy a celebrity too.
Right.
And everything, but the main thing was, the book festival did good. The weather was great. The weather turned out
Oh, you
great.
couldn't have had a better weather
yeah,
week.
the God. Oh yes, the weather gods were right
Right.
behind us and everything. We used to hold it. I've been a volunteer and I've been, with them for
Right.
many years. I do their sponsors, sponsorship
Yes.
and stuff like that. And many years we held our breath because we held it right around Halloween.
Ah.
And Halloween is tricky.
Oh, forget it.
you could
parades-
get like
no,
you
it's
could
very
get like
tough.
snow. You
Oh,
could get
right. It
snow.
could be.
We had
Listen,
snow.
look
one
how cold
time.
they got already tonight.
already tonight and everything. So anyway, so we, the weather was really great this year. The promo, from your television station,
Thank you.
Cwtap,
Right.
helped out a lot. I mean, it helped out a lot this year. It really did.
Hey, listen,
And-
it's all
and-
about the community.
and everything.
And, we're very proud to be a
Mhm.
part of this community. Colin, you're such a big part of this. As you've
I've
been
been
with
every
us
year.
for
I
a
love
couple
the
of all these
community.
years
Yeah.
through the different
Yeah.
media avenues that you've been involved with, as we have in the Valley and, the Slate Belt, and, especially, Alex, who brought us all into this.
Yep.
And we're so proud to be a part of the community, because community encompasses so many different things here in the Lehigh Valley, as we all know. It's not just sports. It's not just literacy. It's going to be the arts. It's going to be, whatever else we do. Listen, we're thinking about doing some other fun stuff on the sports end we're looking at next year. We're going to be
you got
doing
to mix it up. You got to mix
be
it up.
doing
You
some
gotta
other
mix it up.
events.
You
I
have
mean,
to,
it's about,
it's about the community, like you said.
the
You have to
music
mix it up.
fest,
Yeah.
things like that, different places to go. And, we just like to thank all of you, and, Matt, yourself, Jason, LJ, Chris from the Delta for sponsoring the
Right.
cancer event we
Right.
went to several weeks ago. How great of an event was that?
Oh, that was excellent.
I know you're going to an event now.
Yeah.
What kind of event are you going
I'm
to?
going to actually extend it off. That is Sam, short for Sam Nita. She works for Dairy Mansion out in Catasauqua.
Right.
Everything. Not the Wilbur. There's another
Right.
one there called the Wilbur Mansion. But she works for that, and she has a she's not like she's organizing it a little bit, but there is another underlying organizer.
Got it.
And it's a masquerade party for
great.
Halloween.
Oh, for Halloween.
And I am going to that.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
And, there's going to be Halloween parades
she's
all over the
She's a big
place.
believer. Her father, she told me today on the phone. As a matter of fact, she just confessed to that
Right.
to me on the phone today. We talked about our relatives, how they've gone through the 4-stage cancer routine. And
We've all
how
been through
you're
it.
a warrior, and then
I know.
right up to the last breath.
Yes, my parents.
Yeah.
Very
That was the
tough
last
times
breath.
with their cancers. My aunt, and right to the last breath, it was very tough. But I appreciate everybody, the caregivers, all the different people who work with the cancer societies.
Right.
I know we have JJ.
I'm one of
who
those
does-
right now.
Yeah.
Caregiver.
Right.
My wife.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and with her right now, she has a stroke.
Right.
So caregiver is like the position that is so stressful, so crazy, what you have to do when you're involved with that. People don't know that. You need to have therapy when you're a caregiver.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? You're just thrown into this position at the last minute.
So we really thank everybody. This Thursday, everyone, this Thursday, here at Detzi'S is polka night.
Polka.
It's
I love
polka night at
You know how I
Detzi'S.
got one of the polka? It was
Listen,
WGPA Radio.
WGPA Radio, Jolly
broadcasted
Joe
it.
Timmer. But this Thursday
Yep.
night, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
yeah.
this Thursday, remember, Rivalry Week Thursday here at Detzi'S is polka night. So if you have nothing else to do this Thursday, come on out around 6 o'clock, 6 to 9. The Steel Workers are going to be playing, Ricky, Robbie, Eddie's going to be here.
You're gonna
Joey
sing- you're gonna sing
Chudek,
too,
Alex.
right?
Maybe I'll sing a little.
Yeah.
So this Thursday
Maybe
night.
I'll sing too. I don't know.
Colin,
I-
we'll let you. We're all going to
I'll
sing.
try, I'll try,
But
I'll
this
try.
Thursday
Yeah.
night here at Detzi'S is polka night for the first time. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a rousing success. The phone's been ringing off the hook here. The food here at Detzi'S is great. It really is. I know we do the polka, bands have been playing. Robbie and those guys have been playing all over the place. But this is really the first night at Detzi'S here in Bangor. We're having in Penn Argyl for the Penn Argyl Bangor Week, Rivalry Week, is polka night. So we just want to invite everybody. Come on down to polka night this Thursday night.
Well, I have to give kudos, for another celebrity that showed up and
Who's that?
And lives out in Schnecksville.
Schnecksville.
Yeah, lives out in Schnecksville, and her name is Linny Godfrey.
Okay.
She was a stage actress.
Okay.
She's been in film. She's a producer director.
Great.
She wrote her memoir too, and she is also from theater background, Broadway. She's been on Broadway and everything. Linny Godfrey, and she was there too to talk. And Alex and I, your son, Alex and I, we covered that the first night.
Tremendous. We thank you.
Going there.
You
It
guys
was
did a great job.
Yeah, we did, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So Easton Book Festival.
Listen, we
Okay,
want it to
we
grow
want it to
into
get
one of the
bigger.
biggest.
Everything-
we want
you
we
want
want it to be
everything
one
to
of the
grow
biggest
bigger.
book festivals on the East Coast, and
Yeah.
we just can't thank you guys enough for all the hard work you've done with the book festival and the book
Right.
fairs and the, all the different things that have been going on here in the Lehigh Valley and the Slate Belt, and we're always looking to do more. And like Alex said, there's a survey online that we're all asking you to fill out. Cwtaptv.com. Go online, fill it out. We're really proud to be a part of this whole area, this whole group. And, of course, like I said before, Alex, he's standing out there. Polka night this Thursday at Detzi'S.
Yeah, we talked about the polka night.
Polka night.
Yeah.
The golden voice of polka is going to be back
Alex,
on here.
I'm going to be singing.
Alex Fidrishevsky, the golden voice of polka, is coming on. So listen, we want to thank you very much.
Okay, how
Colin.
much time we have left? We got a little bit more time left? Okay. I don't know. We got time left. Okay.
There's 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we'd like to,
So
we'll just finish up our little segment, and Alex will take us out.
So guess what my costume is at the mansion?
What is it?
That thing. No, you got to guess. Come on, guess on that.
Dracula.
No.
Jimmy Stir, the Polka King.
No. Well, that would be good. No, it's Barnabas Collins. Close
Barnabas
enough.
Collins.
Everybody can go look that up.
Oh,
Dark Shadows.
I know
and
Dark
everything.
Shadows.
Yeah,
Yes,
look
that
up
was a
Dark
show we
Shadows.
used to watch when we were in college.
Yep.
We used to sit in our dorms and watch Dark Shadows as part of our TV show.
Yeah,
That and
yeah.
the infamous Gong Show.
Oh my God, the Gong Show.
The Gong Show.
Oh my
one
God,
of the greatest,
Gong Show.
one of the
Oh,
greatest
Jesus.
shows ever on television.
Run
Was-
with that the rest of the show.
was-
No, not the Gong Show.
The Gong Show.
Your favorite TV
The
show
Gong
from the
Show.
70s. The viewers are gonna love.
The Gong Show was one of the, oh my gosh, the Gong Show, they come out with the Gong Show, and you get gonged out. You wouldn't
Gong.
get fired back then. They would gong you out, right? They'd have the big show. The Gong Show came across, and
Oh, gosh.
we had some great, listen,
yeah,
when
yeah.
we grew up, we had some great television.
Yeah,
Right?
we did. Yeah,
And
and,
if you-
it still lasts.
it's
and it's
still
like,
there.
and you know what?
It's on
it
CWTAP, but it's all over the place.
It correlates with music too now.
It does.
Okay, music. Okay, in was the 50s, 60s, 70s,
70s.
80s, a little bit in the 90s, and then 2000 it just died off
Yeah,
because it
listen.
went digital.
So I was
You know
lucky.
what
I
mean? It
lived
was a lot, you
2
know?
train stations away from New York
Yeah.
City's Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And I went to see every band you could think of. I went to see. Alex got me a shirt. I saw all the cool bands, so it was really
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
But television back then, was great. The commercials were funny. How much beer can you drink? Commercials.
Yeah. Oh God.
You know,
forget it, yeah.
Rheingold
blowed
is
up,
my
yeah.
beer to dry
yeah,
beer.
Yeah. My goals.
But you think about it, right? How times have changed, but they really haven't. Look at the great time everybody had here tonight. Detzi'S is rocking it. We were just saying,
Yeah, Detzi'S
how
did it, yeah.
full the restaurant is, how great this atmosphere here is. What a wonderful venue.
A lot of love. A lot of love.
You
A
want to
lot
have an
of love
event,
in here. A
but
lot of
there's
love,
so
yeah.
many other
Yeah.
great places.
Yeah.
We're going to have some new places opening that are going to be sponsors of ours. So we really want to thank everybody for, working with us. And I'll even talk to you with your Denver Broncos hat on today.
No, well,
That's-
okay, here we go.
Colin,
Okay, yeah.
I'll even let you talk. We
Wait,
let you
wait,
on
wait,
air.
I got
You
the
do
Bills,
have
I
the
got
Bills
Bills,
shirt on,
okay,
but
thank
as
you,
a
okay,
Giants
thank you,
fan,
yeah.
with that great collapse
Yeah,
yesterday,
yeah.
we'll let you talk
Yeah.
about. We'll let you on air with your
Yeah.
Broncos. I know you wore it because you probably said, Andrew sitting over here is a
It was a
Giants
tease
fan.
factor. It was a tease
the
factor.
Giants fan. So, as a Giants fan,
yeah.
we'll let you go.
Yeah.
There's only one thing worse, in New York, there's only one thing worse than being a Giants fan. That's being a Jets fan.
Yeah.
So, for all of you. But,
God bless 'em.
the Eagles won
Yeah.
yesterday. But, it's fun.
Yeah.
Football, high school football is fun. It's coming to an end for us,
Yeah, exactly.
college, high school football is coming to an end on CWTAP, but there'll be other games on, and basketball, before you know it's coming on air. We're going to be covering all types of basketball in the
Right.
Lehigh Valley. We'll be crossing the river to cover some games over in New Jersey with Phillipsburg, maybe Blair.
You're looking at the
Okay.
basketball broadcast team.
A basketball broadcast team. We're trying to maybe get to Hackettstown, but,
Okay.
so many good sports around here. And last week I was invited up to the Pennsylvania Football News show with Billy Splain and Alex up in
Right.
Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. And
Yeah.
it's really cool to meet all the different players and all the different – because next year we're going to be going out to Cambridge Springs, Pennsylvania to do a show. So the spa. So, again, just a wonderful time here at Detzi'S. We've got a few more minutes left, but I want to
You
thank
got a
everybody.
balloon hugging you back
I
here.
want to thank everybody.
The whole show.
Want to
Yeah,
thank
I know.
everybody
Yeah.
for being here. Matt, Matt did a great job with you, Alex. You covered all
Yeah,
the
you
different
and Matt did a
things.
great job and everything. And it was great to have the quarterbacks face off with each other on a peaceful level, and the coaches too. I thought it was good.